Hello, folks. Let's go to CSSBattle.dev and do the daily target. All right, let's get it. I think we go nested template on this guy. So this is the body tag. I am putting yellow on the HTML tag to start. And I'm going to go ahead and put this blue on the body tag, which is the container. So that's what this idiom here is, HTML and body element. So change the margins 30, 40, 41, 42, 100, 90, 92. So those two components gets us that. I'm going to go with a conic gradient to start with to do this hash mark. I know it's not really a hash mark because we have that extra thing going on there. Let's do a conic gradient to start with, which is transparent, 25%. And then this blue, actually no, it's the blue color, 75%, I believe. Is that what I want? 75%. And then transparent at 0. And we don't see anything, missing a comma. There it is. I'm going to say, I'm going to put black there. I'm going to put it at a position and give it a height and width. And then say no repeat. And then I'm going to move it to be in the place where I want it to be. In this case, it's down 60 pixels, 70, 80 pixels down. How about 50 pixels over, 60 pixels over? Okay, we want it to be a little wider, 120. And is that the right height? No, 90. How about 80? 80, there it is. All right, so what have we got? We got that. I'm gonna make that transparent again. Clump. And I'm gonna let this repeat. And then we get that shape. Now I need to put the center of that at a different position. Let's do 80%, 50%. So 80, 70, 71, 65, 66, 67. That certainly has the code smell of it needs to be a third, so 66.66%. Might as well do pixels, 50 pixels, 50, 60. How about 30, 40, 50, 30, 30, 30, 20. Oh, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. There it is. And then we have that left over. So if I put red on this, is there a way to change this to use the yellow to allow this so that if I do a single linear gradient, it's going to be a little different? And I think no. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do linear gradient from the side, 90 degrees, blue, and 40 pixels, and then transparent. And then x-axis, it's like 50 pixels, 50, 60, 70, 80. Perfect. And then I'm going to give it a width of, I guess that doesn't matter, does it? I can do 20%. And then I give it a height, 50%. Repeat. or no repeat to get what I want. Now, I can tune this a little bit more. I can say if I do repeat dash X and change this width 4, 5, 6, 60% does it. And that's one way to do that. I'm happy with that. That's two gradients on the body. Minify, unit replace, and submit, and that's a final answer. Perfectly acceptable solution. Because we're dealing with fairly straightforward shapes, there's a lot of ways to do this. Probably some interesting box shadow solutions possible, plausible for something like this. Also, the fact that it's this consistent type shape. You could use scale, so multiple elements that are very similar but slightly different, and just scale the y-axis differently to get a different look and feel. Anyway, that's good. That's a fun one. Good one for a Wednesday here in the Pacific, on the what edge? The eastern edge of the Pacific Ocean, where the sun is going down. I got back from the beach and having a late dinner. Have a good day. Go make a webpage. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. See you tomorrow.